I got laid off from Ford Motor Company.
Oh, I've had a hard one today.
I just lost my job today.
As Mark said, this is not performance-based.
I just got laid off.
Getting fired or laid off while still having to pay bills.
I just got laid off from Google today.
I think I'm about to get laid off.
I just got laid off about 2 hours ago.
Well, folks, I got fired today.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Falika. So today's video is about something that many people are experiencing right now, and that's being laid off from a job. Being laid off is one of those experiences that can shake your confidence. One day you're planning your week, responding to emails, attending meetings, and thinking about your future with a company. The next day you're picking up your things and wondering what happens next. For many people, being laid off comes as a complete shock. It doesn't always happen because someone wasn't good at their job. Sometimes companies restructure, cut costs, automate roles, and make business decisions that affect hardworking employees. One of the hardest parts of realizing the loyalty doesn't always guarantee job security. You can give years of your life to a company, miss family events, work overtime, and do everything expected of you, and only to find yourself unemployed overnight. The emotional impact is real. People often feel embarrassed, angry, anxious, or even ashamed after losing their jobs. They start questioning themselves and wondering if they could have done something differently. But being laid off is not a reflection of your values as a person. For anyone going through this right now, I want you to know that it's okay to grieve. Losing a job is a major life change. Give yourself time to process what has happened, but don't lose hope. The season of uncertainty does not mean your story is over. Many people who have been laid off eventually find new opportunities, change careers, start businesses, or go back to school to discover paths they never would have considered before. What feels like an ending today could become the beginning of something new tomorrow. If you've been ever laid off, I would love you to share your information or experience in the comments. How did you cope, and what advice would you give to someone going through this right now? Let's support one another, because no one should have to navigate this journey alone. So let's meet in the comment section down below.
This is why you have to stop playing with people. If you're going to fire somebody, fire them before they come in. Fire them when they come in before they start their shift. This lady worked her whole entire third shift, then went and set up breakfast for all of the customers, and then after she did that, y'all fired her. So she crashed the fuck out. Now, was she right or was she wrong? In my opinion, baby, I'm going to say she right, because you didn't work me a whole fucking third shift, and then I set up breakfast, and then after I do all of that, you fire me? Well, you could have clearly fired me before I clocked in or before I even got here over a phone call. She crashed the fuck out, and I agree with her. Stop playing with people.
I just got laid off from Google today. When I first got my offer 3 years ago, I thought I made it. Not just for me, but also for my parents. Some people say that getting laid off was the best thing that has ever happened to them. But as an only child from an immigrant family, I don't think so. I don't even know if I should tell them yet, because I know they will worry. And honestly, I don't have any hobbies, and I don't do much outside of work. So a big part of my identity was tied to my job. In a time where big tech layoffs are becoming more common, I know many of you might be going through something similar and wondering what to do next. This is my first time too, but let's figure it out together. I'll be documenting what life is like after layoffs. I hope you never have to go through this, but if you do, I hope this helps.
As Mark said, this is not performance-based. This is strictly a financial decision. I'm gonna walk all here for you. And it's not over yet. And so I was
very impacted through our organization. I hope it can sit with you that this is not a reflection. It's not a reflection of you, right?
Thank you. You've been the best manager ever. So I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Justice.
I think I'm about to get laid off, and I'm really shaking. I'm taking you with me, so come with me to get laid off. How's it going?
It's all right because of changes in the business and things that are going on. We have to adjust our team structure, so we need to lay you off today.
Is this just because a lot of our clients aren't needing social media anymore, or?
Part of it, but it's really with them cutting back. It's really a financial decision.
Okay.
That's what it is.
I feel like I've learned so much over the last year and a few months, and you guys gave me a lot of experience that I didn't have before, so I've really enjoyed working here. And just thank you for everything. Thank you. Bye. I need to process.
I got laid off from Ford Motor Company. I wasn't working, so I didn't have no reason to get up in the morning. Every single morning at 5:30, my phone would ring. Hello. Steve, this is John Walker. It's gonna be a great day. How you feeling? Yeah, John, I'm asleep, man. Hey, man, it's gonna be a great day. And he'd hang up. 37 days in a row, he called me the exact same way. And then one day, the 38th day, I said, hello? He said, hey, Steve, it's John Walker. He said, when you wake up in the morning, man, you got a bad attitude, which pretty much explains why you've been having a lot of bad days. And he hung the phone up. That cut me so deep, man. The next morning, I'm damn near sitting up in the bed. Hello? Hey, Steve, it's John Walker. I said, hey, John, what's happening, man? What's going on with you, baby? I said, man, I'm having a great day, man. I got some great stuff gonna be happening. He said, man, you my man. Click, and he hung up.
I got laid off from my first medical sales position. Let's chat about it because I feel like this was kind of a traumatic story, but it happens a lot to reps. So I was just, going about my day. I actually had a medical procedure scheduled for that day, and I had let them know, hey, I'm going to be out for lunch, like an hour after lunch because I have a medical procedure. And they're like, okay, yeah, fine. I let them know like a month ahead of time. And I am driving to my medical procedure, and mind you, I've had a fantastic week. I gotten some great orders. This was mid fucking week, and I get a call from my VP sales, and I'm like, oh, he calls me sometimes, like, whatever, hey Mike, what's going on? And he goes, Katie, we're going to be downsizing. We're downsizing. Like, what the fuck? Okay. He's like, unfortunately, we're gonna dissolve your territory. And that was literally it. He's like, I need you to get your product to your manager in the next, 2 days. I'm like, oh. And so I went and went to my medical procedure, just shaking. The doctor's like, it's not gonna be that bad. I'm like, oh no, I just got laid off. I just got laid off. All this is to say, 4 years later, or 2 years later, I'm having the best time selling the same products for a different company with a connection I met at that company. So yeah, blessing in disguise. And that was a shit ass company that was shady as fuck. But layoffs are scary and they're happening, and I fucking hate them. And medical sales, you're not immune, but do not be embarrassed. Do not be ashamed. Most of the time, it's for the better.
Well, folks, I got fired today. Actually, I didn't get fired. I got laid off. I work in a school, and they did not budget for 3 positions at my school. 3 people got laid off today because they have no money. Where is the money? We don't know. We have 10 administrators, and we're short-staffed with SLPs, but it's okay. Let's just fire them. Whatever. It's really hard to lose a job that you like and you work hard at, and it's not a performance-based issue. The reason you're getting, laid off, it's really to do with money. It's budgets. They didn't budget for certain people and certain things, and, now I'm the one who's screwed over. Yeah, it stinks. I'm upset about it, but there's nothing I could possibly do. I'm gonna go move on to the next job. I'm gonna find something. I'm a really good SLP. I pride myself in being really good at my job, and I know I'm gonna get another position. So that's kind of what's keeping me together. But I'm gonna go to the store now. We're gonna go grab ingredients to make some cookies, and I don't even know anything to make myself feel better right now, because if you've been laid off, it stinks, because it's not about you at all. It's not. It's about money. It's always about money. So let's go to the store and make some cookies.
I just got laid off. I am an SLPA. I have been with my school district since November of 2022. Today I just received a phone call that due to financial crisis, my school district is cutting our contracts. So in a couple weeks I'll be jobless. Mind you, this is my primary job. I'm the breadwinner, and I have a new car payment because I was in a car accident. So basically, some men fucked up a couple years ago financially, and everyone else is having to pay for it. I've seen a lot of budget cuts with the school district. I know a lot of parents are not happy. I know a lot of staff are not happy. And I was naive enough to think it didn't involve me. It's like I was watching a dumpster fire, and meanwhile I was inside the dumpster and I had no idea. So I know everyone's gonna say like, well, just apply to more schools. Anyways, it's not that easy to get into the schools, kind of. I mean, this is the part where my mom's gonna be like, I told you so. But the schools really hire SLPs. I'm an SLPA. I'm an assistant. Not trying to be an SLP. It's a long story. If you guys have been seeing some of my videos, then some of you may know that I wasn't even really the happiest here. But I have no experience in the things that I am interested in. So, okay. They told me that it's not a reflection of me. Even my supervisor said she gave me a glowing review. But still gonna be jobless. So Arizona, I am available full-time starting in a couple weeks. If anyone would like to hire me, I will do anything. I dabble a little bit in social media marketing. I'm entry level, but definitely something I'm interested in. Let me know. And I'm desperate, so thanks.
I just got laid off about 2 hours ago. I think I'm still shocked. Like, I just can't believe that it happened. There were absolutely no signs from the company that it was gonna happen. 9:30, I got a Teams message from my boss asking if I was free, which definitely was kind of weird, but I thought that he wanted to talk about something that we had discussed yesterday. So I was like, yeah, of course I'm free, what's up? And then they dialed me into a video call where my boss was sitting in the office in a conference room with this lady from legal. And they just basically told me I was being let go. And it was super formal, super sterile, which, like, this is why I always say, like, don't give your everything to a company, because when it comes to laying people off, they just fire you like that. I was like pretty shocked, and I kind of got teary-eyed, like borderline was gonna start crying, and I like held it together, and I basically told myself like, this is my last time where I'm gonna see my boss and be able to ask him any questions and get closure. So I was like, no, I need to like ask him any questions I have. So I basically asked like, is this a performance thing? Like, I was doing international marketing for them. Like, is international just drying up and that's not going to be a priority anymore? And he basically gave some vague answer, which was like, no, this is like overall the entire company, we're doing layoffs, so you're just one of many. Then they dialed HR in, so HR started going over my severance package, and then they passed me to IT, where like he wiped my computer and had me wipe my phone. Like the whole process was like 30 minutes. And basically I just started calling my family and texting some of my coworkers, and then I guess I found out that like our entire marketing team, like there were I think like 35, 40 people. Like I think there's only like 10 people left. And company-wide, I think they got rid of 20%. But yeah, I've just been sitting here basically for the past like 3 hours processing, talking to people. If you guys have any tips, like what should I be doing? Do I sign up for unemployment? Please let me know. This is the first time in my career that this has happened, so this is all super new to me. Definitely be sharing more with all of you guys, and I'm just really grateful that I have you know, all of your guys' support, and I'm excited to share this next part of my journey with you. And I'm re-recruiting and seeing how that goes. So definitely follow if you want to see this next part of my journey, and I love you guys.
Getting fired or laid off while still having to pay bills is an experience. A grown-ass experience. And don't let you not have no money saved up. Ooh. Now you scrambling, scraping for shit. You applying for unemployment, putting in 500 applications a day, signing up for DoorDash, signing up for Instacart. Life get real. And trust me, I know firsthand, because that was me 2 years ago getting laid off, trying to figure out what I'm about to do next. It was hell on earth. Sometimes you don't think about when you get all these bills that your income could just stop at one point. It could just stop. You come to work Monday morning happy as hell. Everything going good. Weekend was good. Everything was perfect. And then you see that 30-minute meeting with HR and your boss. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking. You get in the meeting, they start talking about, yeah, we're restructuring our core values of the company and your job has been affected. God damn it. Hey, just know if you got to deal with it, it's going to be all right. Life keep on going. You're going to end up a better person after it. I know I did.
I think the hardest part of being laid off is really realizing that these people are just not your friends. I worked with these people for 2 years. I got laid off in August. It is now the end of January. I have not heard from anybody, like not one person. But what I can see is them looking at my LinkedIn, like stalking my LinkedIn. I could see you when you do that. But it's like you work with these people for years and they don't care about you. But then on the other hand, if you aren't social with them, then you're a bitch and you are also on the chopping block. So you can't win. No, I was not laid off due to any performance. Like, in fact, my performance was phenomenal. Like, I blew it out the water. I know my salary was a little bit higher than everyone else's, so I'm just gonna chalk it up as that. But when you're either not personable enough or too personable, you will always be on the chopping block. Especially if you're a person of color, like I have to. So I gotta overlaugh, overperform, go to these happy hours that I probably don't even want to go to because honestly, I don't like drinking at work no more. All for y'all to just forget about me. Like, I have to create fake friendships that take my energy from my real people for y'all really not to give two craps about me. Anyway, I'm interviewing today. I have 4 interviews this week. I've just done 1. I have 1 more today and then 2 more later on this week. Wish me luck, guys. I really need a job.
I just lost my job today. No warning, no nothing. They wouldn't even tell me why. I don't know. I didn't do anything wrong. I have no savings. I have nothing. I just don't. I got in the exit interview and they said, today's gonna be your last day. My manager and my director was on the call. And then they were like, the decision has already been made, so we really don't have anything to hear from you. You're only gonna get paid for the 1 day you worked in August, and we'll give you your commission check, and that's the last of it. And end the call on me. I'm low. I'm low.
Unfortunately, we're gonna have to let you go.
Okay, why though? I had an amazing month. I met all of my goals. I had the most deals closed. I had the most...
Well, honestly, your behavior at the company party. I mean, you started a grind line with the interns.
I was never told explicitly I couldn't do that.
You couldn't have just assumed that maybe starting a full-on hump line with 18-year-olds.
It's team building. It's team building.
You were also singing, I might add, some very inappropriate karaoke. The song blanks in Paris is not one. I didn't even know that they had that for karaoke as an option. But there's only 3 people at the company who can sing a song like that, and you are not one of them.
So you only hire 3. You only hire 3 people who can say that. That sounds like an internal problem with discrimination. That sounds like the company has.
Yes, there are only 3 people who can say it. But even if they did, I would not have them use the hard consonants like you were using when you sang that.
That's how it's spelled. That's how it's spelled in the karaoke. Okay.
I might add, you tried to punch Stephanie in the stomach.
Well, Stephanie's a bitch, so
she's pregnant.
Maybe I didn't know that she was pregnant.
We have you on security camera footage saying, "I am doing this because you are pregnant, Stephanie." Well, and then you wound up your fist like Popeye and ran up to her.
Dad, don't do this. Dad, please don't do this. Please.
honey, look, I'm saying all this because they're recording the Zoom call, okay? But we'll figure this out. What if I put you in marketing? How about that?
Can I be a VP?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with that. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just don't tell people. Okay.
Totally.
All right. Okay.
Love you.
Hey. Love you.
I literally just overheard a rumor that my company was going to lay off 50 to 60% of its workforce, so I packed all my stuff and we'll see what happens tomorrow morning. I literally just woke up and I found out I got laid off. So my gut was right. I'm like still kind of processing right now. This is a pretty familiar feeling because this actually happened to me at the beginning of COVID, so that kind of sucks. What's crazy is that I actually planned an entire work trip to Paris because we have an office in Paris, planning to work out of there for 1 month with my own money and booking my own accommodations, my own flights to Paris because I had the opportunity to work out of there and I got it approved by my director. And I think she knew. I think she knew that I was going to get impacted because I'm leaving in literally 3 weeks to go on this work trip where I don't even have to work anymore. I don't even know why I'm putting on makeup today. I'm like not going anywhere. Anyways, it's not like I'm going to be canceling my entire trip to Paris that's happening in 3 weeks. So I'm not going to be going for work anymore. I'm just going to be going for leisure. And I'm gonna have so much free time that I didn't plan for. I have always said that I do not want to become a full-time influencer just because I don't like how it doesn't feel as stable. But this is not stable either. I feel like so many of my friends are just losing their jobs in tech, like every other day. The tech bubble has definitely popped. My role was eliminated by AI. I luckily got about 4 months of severance, which is really nice actually. During this time, of course, I'm going to be job hunting, but I guess I have much more time to create content more freely, so I can just be a better content creator. I was actually really excited to go to the Paris office and work and have an entire routine, but that is not going to be the case anymore, and I have to do a lot more planning, or maybe I don't. And that is my whole problem in the first place, is that I overplan and I always have to feel secure and know exactly what I'm doing. I'm really grateful as well that I have my second job, which is creating content or social media. That will definitely give me some cushioning as I'm figuring this out. I know a lot of people are in the same boat as me and don't have that luxury, so I am very grateful. Ugh. If you're at all interested in watching an unemployed person explore Paris, then stay tuned. I guess technically I am still employed. It's just this for now. Anyways, thanks for listening to my rant. You will be seeing a lot more of me now, unfortunately.
Oh, I've had a hard one today. I started a new job and I finished my, trial week, in a warehouse, and there was like fumes like in there, like, because it's a printing company that, and I was wheezing at night. There was blood coming out my nose. Sorry, trigger warning, there was, and I was suffering a bit. So I decided to bring a mask into work, like a warehouse mask, just to help my breathing a bit. And I asked if I'm okay to wear it. The supervisor said, yeah, we'll mention it and everything. And everything was. And then at some point, the manager took me to the HR room and basically said, I've been working here for 30 years and I've not had any problems with my breathing, And that's when I was saying, it's not just me. And he's like, whoa. And I'm like, I am not the only, new starter that started with me was also saying, he was, coughing up some, and I got fired for that. They fired me And I was in tears. I was like, why is this happening to me? What did I do so wrong? I said, and I put the mask on the table. I said, I don't have to wear it. I can continue without it. No, we have to put your health first. I know that you're just trying to protect your company and you see me as like a threat. But I was just like, it helps me work more efficiently. But if you don't want me to wear it, I don't have to. And they're like, we just don't think it's the right environment for you. Took my fob, goodbye. Handshake, gone. And I was just I've never been so hurt and broken over that. Like, I just don't know what I did so wrong. Like, if it was wrong, I'm sorry. Someone outside of work actually brought me it and, said, because I explained the situation, and they actually ordered a mask to my house for that reason. And to get fired over, so I thought to myself, if someone had a broken leg and they needed a cast, would you fire them for that too? I've been crying all day, and I've been like really self-hating because of it, and I just don't understand.